So we all have blind sides, right? No matter how experienced we are, one could be 30 years, experienced in the industry and still have blind sides very clearly, right? And communication, I do strongly believe, is one of the core blind sides any leader can have. We do believe that something is working for us. Okay, it's worked for us, and often we get instructional, right? So if you have to bring the ethos or the problem of a client to your internal teams, for example, right? How you communicate what the client really aspires for or expects out of you becomes very, very crucial. Okay, so it cannot always be instructional. There's always a story behind anything that you produce or anything that you deliver to the client, right? So bringing in that ethos, the emotion, the empathy of that particular requirement, the expectations of that becomes crucial as well. And very often we might think that we have communicated something and the other person might not have understood it fully or could have misunderstood it, right? And it often happens with us also. We don't listen carefully to what others have to say because of the overall poor listening capabilities these days. And I think we all suffer from it in this era of high dopamine, when 20,000 things are happening around us and we are constantly on our screens, and we are multitasking all of the time, being pulled into various things. So part of communication is good listening, which has become very, very difficult these days. And somewhere we have to, as leaders, think of taking a step back and imbibing this consciously as part of our communication as well. So it's not just about good English or good language skills. I think it's about your body language. It's about how empathetic you are and how clearly you are able to communicate the goals of that particular customer to your internal teams. That's one, and vice versa as well. So the inside communication that goes to the customer as well. Driving teams to deliver is also one of the toughest things, where communication plays a real key role, I would say. And I think Prem, Vijay, both of you, working in very demanding industries would know this better than me, I think, right? So driving teams requires empathy, requires a good form of communication, right? So the way you kind of lead these projects and in turn deliver to the customer also adds a lot of value to the customer, right? So bringing in a lot of patience, empathy, respect into conversations is very, very crucial. There could be times when each of us are stretched and we might lose our cool as well, right? So but that cannot become a norm. So communication is very key. It has to be calm, focused, dedicated, and pushing towards the right outcomes. That's also very important.